Let's see ya.
Hello there, wrestling fans, to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther, the Bird, and man, oh man, Ringside crew. It's a Thursday. We're here in the studio. It's nighttime, and that's when the Panther like to come out and prowl. That sounded wrong. But I have a guest that is making his name known on the independent wrestling scene. Introduce yourself to my internationally known audience.
Hello, everybody. My name is the Derby Devil Hunter Price. I have been wrestling for about 3 years now. I travel all over, anywhere from the DMV area, up Tri-State area, everywhere you can think of. Try to get my name out there as much as I can. I am 20 years old. I've been just really traveling the road, man. That's really what I got to say right now. Just traveling, man. Wow. That's really what it is.
Wow, that's awesome, dude. What does it feel like to be like a young professional wrestler in this like big world of independent wrestling these days?
Man, it's crazy. Like, there's so much you gotta like. You always feel like you're fighting for a spot. You know, it kind of feels like you're fighting for a spot everywhere. You're always trying to climb the ladder, learn something new, try to get that one step above somebody. Like, I mean, everybody does everything. Like they say, everybody in wrestling does everything. You got to do something outside the box. You got to do something different. That's something that will catch the eye of the audience of somebody doing 15 drop kicks or 20 destroyers. You just do one big thing and it makes it that moment, and it could just change everything.
Awesome. So what was it like to get into professional wrestling for you? Like, what was that match? What was that moment that you were like, I think I want to do this?
So let's see, that was a good one. So I got back into wrestling. Like I said, I got out of wrestling about, like, I would say 13. I stopped watching it for a little bit. I kept up with it here and there. About 16, I started going to some independent shows like GCW and like just other HOG and all them independent shows really around the New Jersey area. They got me back into it. So then I would say about 16 years old, right before I turned 17, there was a training school in Martinsburg, West Virginia called WWA at the time. It was ran by LT is his name. Known guy. He's been in the business for a long time. Very good dude too. Jacob Edwin was the trainer of WWA at the time. He trained me, got in, did about 6 months of training. At this time too, I ended up getting my cousin involved. So his name is Andrew. I ended up getting him involved, doing some stuff with him. So my first match, my first match was with my cousin. So it was like a little dynamic there. We both training for that long time.
Brett versus Owen. Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Family rivalry.
Literally, yeah. And so funny part about it, I went to go, actually the match, like I was feeling nervous, both of us. First match, we were nervous, but we knew each other. We knew how each other worked. We knew what each other could do. Then we get in the match is going fine, everything. Right up to the end, I'm getting ready to hit my finish. And I go for a springboard and I end up missing. My foot slips off and I ate it. And it ended up, I was supposed to win. He ended up grabbing me, pin, 1, 2, 3, and that was it. So the nerves were there. And even doing that, I was just like, wow, but it happens. High risk, high reward, like they say. You go high risk, you get high reward, and you could mess up. All the greats do it.
So after you had your first match, and of course it had to be against your cousin, like, did you have gear yet? I don't know. So you just got green lit. So did you have gear, or you didn't have anything like that yet?
So I did have gear. It was kind of custom made. I got spandex, like the spandex tights leggings from Walmart. And getting them. My mom owns like a cricket machine at the time. She did. And we ended up getting my name real quick. My name wasn't Hunter Price; it was Wicked H.
Okay.
Wicked H at the time was my name.
You've been
So
popular in Boston, Wicked H.
right, I ran by that at first for the first little bit there. So I had Wicked H down the side of my tights, and I had it was some Amazon cheap kick pads and then a pair of wrestling shoes. Went out there and I mean I try to make it something. I try to be ordinary. I try to look the part, you know.
Again, Boston would have loved you back in the 90s. Gotta go see some Wicked H.
I have to go check that out. Might have to go back to Wicked H.
Just when you go to Boston, go to Toronto or Massachusetts, just go under Wicked H for a while.
Yeah, I might have to. That's gonna.
Will you still have that gear?
I think I do, but I don't know if it fits me. That's the thing. I might have to get some new ones made.
You may bend over to do the stretch, the wrestling stretch in here.
Yeah, just it probably would. I'm being so serious. It's like it's very thick.
Be like Kevin in Home Alone, Mom. But yeah, you can always conserve. You can like make it into like a shorts and then put
biker shorts or something.
It.
Okay.
Like
like
go into like a. Okay. Be like Randy Orton. Make it like make a up to your knees or whatever, like a bathing suit, like Speedo.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah,
do something.
That could work. So after you were Wicked H, like how long did it take you to go to this new name and this new character that you are now?
So I was about, let's see, I would say a year in now, a year and 2 months in, I would say probably. And I was like, I need something new. Like Wicked H ain't hitting. What am I going to like? Who is Wicked H? I didn't know who he was at the time, you know?
Yeah.
Like I was finding myself. So I ended up talking to my trainer a little bit and I was just like, what do you think? What would you think for me? And like I got this thing. So I do demolition derbies. That's why I'm called the Derby Devil. I do demolition derbies on the outside of this, and basically I try to transition that into my wrestling. I mean, in demolition derbies, you're trying to be the last one to win. You're using the car as the weapon. You're hitting everybody. You're trying to take out your opponent, basically. Same thing in wrestling. You're using your body. I use my body as a weapon. I do everything I can to defeat my opponent, to take them out. So I transitioned that, and I was like, what do you think? I heard some people say, like, call you like the Daredevil Wicked H, or Daredevil like Hunter. And I was like, at the time, I was like, what about like price, like money, price, something feels in there, I was like, I could do something with that. So I came up with Hunter Price. And then that's when I had the Daredevil, and I was like, well, if I do the derbies and I'm going to put this together, the Derby Devil Hunter Price. I was like, okay, that could be something like, and I try to get it through to people. And that's why I try to cross-platform those together. So like the derby people, they could check out wrestling if they don't know what wrestling is, or the wrestling people can check out a derby because it's so cool. The things are basically alike. It's just very unique. So that's when I transitioned to that. And then I ended up getting new gear, everything, just running with it really. And it's worked ever since so far.
So what's the craziest bump you've ever taken in the ring?
Okay, that's a good one. That's actually a good one. I got to think for a second. Craziest bump. Actually, it wasn't in the ring.
Ooh.
Yeah, so crazy. I've actually done it a couple times. I'm kind of crazy for it. I've taken a lot of body slams on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, I've taken a lot of them. Body slams are on the floor, like kind of my main thing that I've done. Those are like something that it's fun, It's fun. Ooh, second crazy bump real quick. I was in a ladder match. It was in my first ladder match ever against my cousin and trainer with one half of Nice and Smooth, Trace Parker, at Voltage Wrestling. We were in a tag match because Tom couldn't make it. And we were there, and I was like, they were like, here, you want to be in it? We could put, and I was like, yeah, why not? Anything you ask, I'll be there for. And I ended up taking a suicide bomb, a suicide power bomb. I mean, a sunset power bomb, my fault, not suicide. Some sunset power bomb. I keep mixing up my words. On top of a ladder, and that was it was a little hefty bump. That one was a little scary too.
We were talking about before we were in the green room eating all the snacks. We were talking about deathmatch.
Yeah.
Would that ever be an alternate route you try to go to? Everybody tries a hardcore match every once in a while, but death match. Oof.
Right. I don't know so much. I've always so like once again when I got in Wicked H, that was like from the deathmatch stuff because I used to watch it and I was like it got me in back into wrestling. I thought that stuff was cool at the time. You know, I was 16, getting back into wrestling. I was like, this stuff was cool, yo. People hitting each other over the head with light bulbs and thumbtacks, glass, everything. I was like, that's cool. So I ended up from there. I was like, I don't know. Like after a while, once I started getting into wrestling, I was like, everybody kept telling me you need to save your body, conserve yourself. Like the death matches aren't going to, get you anywhere, Like think like how I thought about this. A wise man told me, he once told me that what if you get the call in 20 years from WWE and they want to sign you to a contract and they look at you, they come in, they look at you, and while they're looking at you, you have all these scars all over you. You have all this, you have this, like, you just everything. Your body's ruined. You can't walk barely, and why are they going to want to hire you then? That's the thing. The goal is to either be signed or just make a living off of professional wrestling. And if I want to be signed, I don't want to kill myself by the time I'm 30 and look all tore up, That's nothing wrong with those guys. They're crazy. They're different, like a different breed, They're literally a different breed. But have I thought about it? Yes, I've thought about it before. I've thought about I would do a death match. I would do one death match, get it over with, see how it is, like, just experience that because you always want to experience something new. You don't want to keep doing the same thing. You always experience different avenues, different things.
Definitely. It's like with wrestling, like people always ask me, like for this year being the 5th season, like, are you looking for new faces or are you trying to find your other ones from back in the day? And I'm messaging them and they don't get back to you, or they're not there. As I said, their characters change, so it's not the same ad.
Mm-hmm.
But me, I'm focusing on trying to find some new talent. Like I have you on today. I'm interviewing tomorrow. I have Tony and
Tony and I remember who you're talking about. I've seen them on like GTS, Grimm's Toy Show,
Yeah.
and all that and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been dying to work with them. They had to cancel. Something happened, so they had to reschedule till tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. I used to be so nervous and upset about like how people cancel. I'm like, Is it me? Did I fart or did I smell like BO today or did I talk too much in the chat?
Did I do something wrong? Yeah.
Well, like, and also next month is Women's Wrestling Month, and people are trying to book with me, and I'm like, can you book with me in March?
Yeah. That's what I told you. I was like the same thing with you. Yeah.
I don't want to be mean and they ask me, why are you waiting to have me on in March? And then I have to tell them, I'm going to try to work with women's wrestlers in February.
The whole month? Yeah.
The whole month. It's kind of hard because I have some spots open still, but I have stuff that I've recorded and it's set to air in February.
Okay.
But like, I don't want to like tell this female wrestler or male wrestler, and then they're like, oh wow, you don't want to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, I didn't say that. I'm doing stuff with women's wrestlers. What about the men's? We got February, we got March. I have to go like a teacher. We got March, we got April, we got May. Like,
which one?
Yeah, which one do you want? If you're from the East Coast, come hang out with me in March.
Right.
East Coast Wrestling Month. April, it's my birthday month. So you want to surprise me and come on an episode with me? Be like, happy birthday. It's just me and you. Or we'll just do it, you and the fans. Just chilling. Talking about beer and eating food. There we go. You being from Virginia, I know there's must be some banger of restaurants. Is there anything local in your, because I'm a local podcaster, so I'm from the Poconos. I always support my local businesses. Do you have any local businesses that you want to give a shout out to tonight?
My first job. It's actually my first. Yeah, it's actually my first job. I was like 14 at the time working here. I started working when I was 14 years old. Splunkers in Front Royal. They're called Splunkers. Yes, they're known for the Cavern Burger and the Cavern Burger and the hotter than hell chicken sandwich. Ooh. It's like a spicy chicken sandwich, but I mean, like they give you Tums on the side with it because that's how hot it is. Yeah. It's got this like spicy sauce and pickles, and I think that's it, and just the bun on it. I've never tried it personally. I don't like spicy stuff.
I love spicy stuff. I think I'd try.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen people do it, and some people have they're like, I don't know, I can't even take another bite of it, and they took.
We got someone in the chat. Best burger in the VA.
Yep, right. Yep, it is, and they got good Philly cheesesteaks. Their ice cream is known for custard ice cream.
Ooh, custard.
Yeah. So it's very very good ice cream, and they do like different what is it, daily specials of ice cream. So each day they have something new.
Don't forget to like this video and share this with all your friends and spread the love to my friend right here, my buddy Hunter, and like get his name out here. I'm from PA, so like, have you ever thought of coming to take a little tour of Pennsylvania and wrestle? Because there's a lot of good spots here. Like,
what part of PA?
I live in the Poconos. That's like northeast Pennsylvania.
So what would you be near closer to? Like
Pittsburgh. I think I'm
Pittsburgh area?
Philly, near Philly.
Okay, so Philly, Lancaster, like I said. Three Legacies Wrestling, another promotion that I wrestle for a lot. Try to stay busy with them. I help out with them a lot too. Very close with the owner, Jesus.
I heard they're really good. Three Legacy. I've never been, but I heard they're really good.
Yeah, they. I can't say nothing bad about them. Everything is organized. It is just there. The crew is incredible. I mean, sometimes I go there to help out, and by the time I'm even there, they have everything done because their crew is just like it. It's the set. As soon as you get there, it's in. Set the ring up. Set the curtains up. Lighting, cameras, everything. If you're wrestling, you can go in the ring and practice. Like it's like you're on it. It's a very organized, good place. I really like. I love being there.
Awesome. That's awesome, dude. There's another one here. I always go to. I haven't been here in a while, but I'm going to try to go back. Is New Era Pro Wrestling. That one's out of They do it at a place called the Falcon's Nest English. I got a lift right now. I got my case going. Like yeah, but you got three. You said Three Legacy. We got PPW, which is the one I go to a lot.
Okay, PPW.
PPW has a crowd, man, and they're also on an app. I forgot the app they were live on. Hey, I got my friend Dave's Dimension. He's not only wrestling, he's also culture. Good guy, sweet guy. You like it, Dave? Dave recently. Dave, you should make a clip about this, and I'm talking about this on the wrong show. Dave just is making a 3D printed of the original Ghostbusters Firehouse, like the little kids one.
Okay.
Remember when he's 3D printing that, and
he's
making it. Yeah.
Okay, I've actually speaking of 3D prints, these right here are 3D print wrestling signs.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're all. I got the Scratch logo. I got a WCW logo. I got a couple other ones. I got some coming in also. They're probably in the packages that I got today. I got like 11 packages.
Wow.
If you don't know the app called Whatnot, have you ever heard of that?
I heard of Whatnot.
I'm in trouble with that app. I've done this last month. I've probably spent like $2,000 on the app, just wrestling figures alone.
Oh no.
Yeah, wrestling figures alone. I'm a huge collector, massive collector of wrestling figures. I collect anything though, like anything wrestling related, I'll collect it. These I seen them on the app when I was collecting figures, and I was like, wait a minute, these are really cool. And they were selling for good money, like good prices. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get me a couple and see how they are. Best 3D, like I love a 3D printer now. I would love to go get a 3D prints, like you actually get a 3D printer and start making these or make stuff for my wrestling, like to sell at the gimmick table or sell for something else, like or make my own action figure. I've seen someone that recently started making wrestling figures with the 3D printer, and I was like, that's it. That's what I need. Get some action figures.
I had a friend in the wrestling community named Tracy. She's from the Carolinas. She made me into a pop.
Wow, that's actually fire.
I'm not wearing the right shirt. We don't match today, but usually it's that. She's like, why do you want the blue and white shirt? That's the original shirt that I started with. Like when I started wearing the polo.
Okay.
And the hat, I retired that hat. Now that hat's right here up in the rafters now. The original cap.
Oh, okay, that's actually nice. I like that. Yeah.
My cousin did that one, and now my parents for Christmas got me hats to sell, and this is the hat that I took out of the box for myself. So.
I like those. Yeah, might have to get me one of those. Those are cool.
Yeah, I have to let you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said the food. We talked about food. You said originally you used to Twitch on stream.
Yeah.
On like you were a gamer with stuff. What kind of games are we talking about? Because I'm a big fan of the Maddens and the MLB, the shows, and all MVP baseball. Ghostbusters, the video game, of course. That nerd side of me is gonna say, yeah. Let's bust some ghosts, baby. Let's go. Let's save New
Right.
York. What about you?
Let's see. I would say about once again, right before wrestling, I was like 13 at the time. So Fortnite was like a very big thing. I know Fortnite. It was a very big thing at the time, like very huge. Like it was known for like the World Cup and all that, and all these kids were playing it at the time. And I got into it. I was like, I started on a PS4. I started on PS4, playing it for a little bit. Didn't stream yet. Oh, okay, awesome. I actually sold mine. I have a PS5 now with the PC. So I ended up once I got my PC, I had the PS4, and I was like, I feel like if I take and start, he still playing Fortnite. Also, I still play it here from time to time too.
You have to message Dave's Dimension on Instagram, like, Dave, what's your name?
Yeah, we're gonna have to run up some duos or something, man. I be trying to get back on and game some, but I ended up was like, yo, what if I start streaming this? I was like, this would be cool to stream a game. Everybody's streaming it. I mean, everybody was streaming it at the time. I was like, this would be cool to do it too, like let's stream my game. Cause I thought I was good a little bit. I thought I was pretty good at the time. I ended up switching to keyboard and mouse on the game. Got really good with that. Started streaming on Twitch. I would stream like every day because I was homeschooled. So I streamed every day for like 16 hours a day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, nonstop, 16 hours a day. Each day I'd wake up, stream, do my normal things like in my normal life at first, and then stream from then. Like it was like, I think sometimes I started from like 1 o'clock or so and then went on to like almost the next day, almost in the morning of the next day. And they had tournaments. I was in a lot of tournaments for money. Made a little bit of earnings, not crazy too much earnings. Made a little bit, not too much, but streamed. Sometimes I ran anywhere from like, I think at the beginning it was like 200 viewers. And then I ended up getting like 300 at a time. And then it died down. It never got any too big. It was just so hard because everybody was streaming it. And then all the big streamers that were streaming it, they had all thousands and thousands of viewers. So it was like, who's going to watch the little guy streaming here compared to the guy that's known,
Yeah. Like me, I'm like, who's gonna want to watch me? I was with somebody, now I do by myself, and there's all these because people are like, oh, Joe, how do you still do this for 5 years? There's so many other podcasts. And then I go to a show and I'm like, no one's gonna recognize me at this stinky small Allentown show, and they're like, oh my god, Joe, you're here. This is a tiny awesome show, and I'm like, gotta go to small ones before you go to the big ones.
Yeah, right.
Shut up, Joe. Like, hey, I took my first wrestling bump. I know how it feels. I took a Sister Abigail better than most people.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna have to get a clip of that.
It's actually on Instagram.
Okay.
And it's during I forgot when it happened. I think last year. I forgot when, but I have it on YouTube. I have to send it to the YouTube. Because the Facebook one on Instagram, for some reason, it looks like it's frozen. I'm like, oh, please don't tell me it froze. But yeah. I was going to put it on here, but then I was like, yeah, it doesn't need it.
Yeah. No, that's actually pretty cool. We believe in you too, man. We all believe. Thank you for that.
Yeah. So when you play in your games, do you catch yourself eating any snacks, or you just go through? I see you drinking water, but you guys... You eat snacks while you're doing it? Because I like when I used to be able to eat snacks in my room, I'm always eating myself the party mix or like having like never Doritos or like those greasy chips because they'll mess up your controllers.
Yeah, I never would do that. Yeah. Or my favorite snacks were like quick ones. Like I would always do, sometimes I would do like honey buns and like, the strawberry Swiss rolls things, strawberry shortcakes. Those are the best. Those and honey buns are like the best. And my main go-to during like a game, I'd be sitting there gaming Nutty Buddies. I literally be sitting there gaming. All right, here we go. All right, back to it. Like it was just I loved them. Like, and I think I burnt myself out of them though. I think I burnt myself out of them. Yeah.
You also got to go back to the gym after you eat all those Nutty Buddies and.
Dude, I did. Yeah. I gained a little bit of weight. I was actually, at that time of me gaming, I got all the way up to 180 pounds. And then I ended up being 180 pounds. And when I got into wrestling, back into wrestling, I dropped all the way back down. Now I am, I think, 130 to 135. So I've dropped some good weight back then. It's just getting back in the gym, got to have that confidence boost to stay in the gym and get working.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, what is like your normal schedule like when you do your like your gym, like your like gym, like if you like leading up to a show, do you have different days you scheduled certain things?
Leading up for a show, I like, okay, let's say it's a Monday. I'll start off at the gym sometimes. Like I've slacked off like the last 2 weeks because I just been so busy with the new year and the snow and everything. But before I would go Monday, and I would go from Monday workout, Tuesday workout, Wednesday workout those 3 days, get it done and over with. Sometimes I'd also work out before a show, like get a little pump in before a show, which is always good. But workout Wednesday, Thursday, I would end up coming home. Instead of not working out, I get everything ready. Like I shave my face, everything, like the whole shabam a wrestler would do. Then after that, I do that. I'll wait till that Friday morning or so, that Friday afternoon, I'll go get a tan. Get it all done, and then that Saturday and that Sunday I'd be wrestling. I'd be on the road. Or like it's just something different, It's like I said, I always sometimes will get a workout beforehand. 30-minute, maybe 20-minute, quick little like intense workout. Hit the road, go up. I'm refreshed, I'm energized, I'm ready for my day, ready for my match.
Do you pack snacks or like a lunch or a dinner for the show, or do you go by whatever you're gonna eat after the show?
So show days, I typically don't try to eat. Yeah, I don't know. It's just something with me. Like I've done it a couple of times. I hate saying it, but I mean it happens to people. When I eat before a show, if I go out and wrestle a match, I'll tend to just throw up afterwards. After the match is over with, I'll go outside after the match. I'll be fine the whole match, but afterwards, if I feel it and I have to throw up. So I've done it like twice, and since then I'm like, yeah, I cannot eat before a match. Eat after the match, but if I'm gonna eat before a match, it's gotta be like, I like candy a little bit. So like I like the what are they? They're like the Sour Patch strings, like the Airhead string thing.
Oh yeah, oh man, it sounded like Macho Man there. Oh yeah,
Yeah, right.
I love those.
I have to eat them before a match. That's my go-to snack before a match. That's literally I'll snack on that, hit my match, be ready. I'll be like hyped up, all that sugar on me. I'm ready to go, ready to just go out there and do it. But that's really what I eat, and I drink water or like a Gatorade.
Have you ever seen the ones that are like flat that look like the fruit by the foot, but they're sour? They're sour, like they're red, blue.
Yeah, yellow. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen the string ones. I've seen the ones that look like the strings, kind of like Twizzlers, but they're like,
oh, those ones. I don't like those ones as much. Yeah, I like the flat ones that we were talking about. Those ones, those are the best.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Twizzlers. I'm obsessed with it. The job I work in, they had him when I first started there. They had the regular Twizzlers, and then they got rid of those, and they started selling the chopped up Twizzlers. So it's like the cherry. So because I was a pod washer when I first started at my job, and I would fill my pocket with two of the. You're gonna laugh. I would fill my pocket with two of those bags. So like in the middle of the day, I'm like, I need a snack, and I don't want to eat. So I would Here we go. I'd buy a Pepsi.
Okay.
I'd buy a Pepsi, and I would individually stick like 2 or 3 of them in the Pepsi. Instant cherry Pepsi.
Okay.
Even though it was sitting, like my chef's like, you don't realize you just wasted half a thing of Twizzlers tossing it in the thing. How are you gonna get them out? And I'm like,
drink them out, yo. I'm just gonna drink them.
Like the police, come out. You're in there. Like.
And it gives it a little bit more flavor, like you got the Pepsi too, and you got the cherry flavor. It's like,
yeah, it's like easily Pepsi's gonna be like, hey. Like if I was allowed to play clips that are copyrighted, get the clip of Peter Griffin going, whoa,
right?
Whoa.
Dude, you should hit him up, be like, yo, I got this idea. Let's put Kit Kats in a Pepsi, like just some. I don't know.
Kit
You never
Kats.
know.
Whoa.
I mean, no, not Kit Kats. Twizzlers. Kit Kats are good too. Those are on my mind right now. I don't know
As
why.
long
I'm
as
thinking
you
about
don't eat them
spaghetti.
like what's the name for the New York Yankees? He doesn't take them apart. He eats it. It's like that proof
Oh,
that you're mean.
that's me.
What's
I eat it right off the bat.
You would hang
Yep.
out with that guy for the Yankees. He doesn't take them apart. He bites it down himself. Like that's a
Yep.
true heel. Like someone said, that's a true heel. Like screw you. I'm just gonna eat it.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, you might as well. Sometimes I'll break it up, but sometimes I'm just like, I'm not even gonna do it. It's the same thing.
just eat it raw.
Yeah.
Like while I'm getting to this conversation about like traveling, like do you ever have to travel like the day before to get to an event?
I've done that a couple times. I've done it when I went to Tennessee. I had a group with my trainer and them. We went down to Tennessee to a show called Pro Wrestling Mid South down there. It's towards the Memphis area, Dyersburg. Dyersburg. Oh, that's actually a good comp. We're gonna get onto that one here in a minute. The Dyersburg down there. They run a show every Friday and Saturday, or yeah, either every Friday or Saturday. It's every Saturday and Sunday, if I'm correct. I can't remember which one. But we went down there, got down there the day before, stayed. Actually, no, I'm correct. Friday. So no, we went down Friday, wrestled Friday. The drive was like 10 hours, 10, 11 hours, I would say the drive was. So we would leave, drive down, wrestle the first night, stay in a Airbnb, wake up the next day, do our normal business, and then go wrestle that again later that night in a completely different venue. They had
Oh
two.
geez.
They had two separate venues, like not even 10 minutes from apart from each other, and they had their own unique like aspect to them.
Wow.
And they ran a show there too. So then after that, and then we would stay the night and then leave again. The one time I did stay for a show is have you ever heard of Exodus Pro?
The name sounds familiar. Is that in Virginia?
No, Cleveland, Ohio. It's EC3 runs it. Well, EC3 is like a co-runner of it. I can't remember the guy's name right off the top of my head that runs it. Cool guy though. He's very nice, but EC3 helps him run it. EC3 was at the time holding like these seminars. They were called what were they? It was like a preface, like preface. It was like a preface or something like that. He did EC3 thing. Like you would go in, you would when you would go in there, you would everybody be in there. It's like 50 people at one. The first time I went in there was like 50 people in there. We set up the ring, do all the shabam the night before, hang out with everybody. The next day we'd come back, we'd have the matches. We would do matches in between and promos. You'd have a promo, you'd come up, do your promo in front of EC3, Damian Sandow.
Damian Sandow.
Yeah, yeah, he was there. And there was one more person. I can't remember off the top of my head. You would stand in front of the three of them and do your promo, a little like 30-second promo. And then your other person would do the promo. And then you get in the match and have a 5-minute match. Let me tell you, standing in front of EC3 is something that, like, and him and Damian Sandow is intimidating. That's something that's like, wow.
That's crazy. Like you think you wouldn't like you could do a promo and then all of a sudden you have to do it in front of the one and only
Yes.
like Damian, Sandow. That look on his face, that scowl.
He was just looking at you, yeah. And the crazy part about it though is like him and EC3 love my promo. So I was about also a year in at the time on this one. When we went down there. And dude, I was so nervous doing this. I was just like, wow, I'm about to be in front of EC3 learning from EC3 and he's gonna critique me. And I'm only a year in. Like at the time I was very let's say like I was very nervous because everybody says if you don't like criticism, you shouldn't be in the business, if you can't get criticized. I always took it as like, oh my God, am I gonna like people are gonna think I'm bad and never like book me, like not want me around. But then I thought about it and I was like, this is me learning. This is how I get better. Like, this is what I need to do to get better, to learn how to get better. And he was like, when I went in there, I did my promo. It was like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I did the whole Wicked H thing. I was like, I did this, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, okay. I feel like he knew I was nervous. He was like, I could tell you're nervous in your voice. I could tell you're tense. He was like, just relax and talk to me. Cause his big thing was a wrestling promo compared to a promo.
Yeah.
And you got so many people that are doing a wrestling promo all the time instead of just talking like you're talking to your best friend or a normal person. That's just how you do, you know? And you show that emotion, you have that up and down, you know? And I didn't. I was talking like a wrestling promo. That's because that's just what I knew. Like I was still fresh in the business. So I was like, if I do this should work. Then he got on me. He told me, stop, don't do it. He was like, never do that. Don't do that. He said, talk to me. I relaxed for a second. I was like, all right. I cut the like one of the most promos I've never do that I could ever do in my life. I literally was like, EC3, I own you. And I own every single body in this room. Because he gave me the topic. He was like, what if you were the owner? You know, like, what if you were the owner of Exodus Pro? You're coming for the owner. And I was like, I did that. I was like, I own each and every one of you. And as soon as I did that, his face just lit up like quick. He was like, whoa, this kid, like, wow. And I was like, I kept going with it. I was like, I own you. I own you. And I was like, and if any of you have a problem with me, I don't care. You can come handle it. Like, you can come pay the price was the thing at the time. Because I was like, I was trying to get into something new. So I was like, you can come pay the price, you know, like you pay the price and I own you. Like I own you basically, bullshit. And from there, Damian Sandow looks at him too. And EC3 looks over and goes, what the hell is this kid doing? What is he doing? And Damian Sandow goes, well, you told him, like you told him like to do it. Like, yeah, I mean, you did it. And I was just like, so I was so nervous doing this too. I'm sitting here and they're talking to each other. And I'm like getting ready to end the promo and I finish it. And EC3 looks at me and he's like, wow. Like, okay, wow. That was like, you know, something he didn't think it was going to come out of me. He didn't think it was going to come out of me. And I was proud of myself for that moment too. Like, I was very proud. I was like, I did it. Like, I was able just to talk, like, just talk it out, figure it out. Like, and then he tried hitting me with do it in a Batman voice. The funniest thing ever, I don't know what it was. So I ended up doing it in a Batman voice. Batman voice was not me. Could not do it. I was so bad at it. So I ended up getting in the match and then doing my match. I actually wrestled a female too for the first time in that match when I did that.
Oh, who was it? Do you remember?
Ashley Jones is her name.
But
she goes by Bashley Bones.
I love Bashley Bones.
Yeah. She does like it's like what is it called?
Skater.
Yes.
I love Bashley. I haven't talked to her in years. She's such a sweetheart. I love Bashley.
She's amazing. She's very cool.
I would love to work her again, but she does a lot now. She's really not busy. She's a busy woman. Oh wait, by the way, we have a question down here. I forgot we got to answer that question.
How was it teaming with Slater? Heath Slater, man. That was a good one.
Oh really. Wow, Heath Slater. Oh wow.
Yeah, Heath Slater. Yeah, I was one of his kids. I was literally one of his kids. The whole bit that I've been having going on, like, so before I got into wrestling too, everybody would call me either Charles Robinson's son or that I was Heath Slater's son. I looked exactly like Heath Slater. So I was like, I just ran with it. I thought it was funny all the time. So I always got like Slater Boy or something like that, like just some corny thing my family would say sometimes, my friends. And I was sitting there and I actually got the chance to tag with Heath Slater. And when I found that out, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. We're going all out. Heath Slater, I'm going to tell him I look like him. I'm going to be his kid. We're going to run with the shabam. We're going to run with the whole thing. And as soon as I met him, he was like, wait a minute. This kid does look like me. He was like, wow. He was like that. Look at everything. Like, me and him talked, and he was like, "Kid, you do look like me. You remind me of a younger myself." And I was like, "Do I really?" I was like, "Wow!" Like the red hair, everything, you know.
Yeah, when he was in WWE, they did the whole when he first started out. He had the trunks that.
Yep. with the red on it.
Yeah.
It was like a little yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to remember. He was part of that 3MB for a while.
3MB and Nexus. He was part
Yeah.
of Nexus at first in 2010, around that era of 2010, and then 3MB was like 2014, 2015, I think.
They were gonna do a reunion, but then now what's name's so big, and the other one doesn't really come around anymore.
Yeah, Drew and Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
But teaming with Heath Slater, though, it was very fun. It was actually at a company called CPW.
Is the CPW in the United States?
Yeah.
What?
It's Championship Pro Wrestling. It's ran by Shane Shadows, is the name. He had a little hand in my training too at the time when I was at WDWA. Him, Jacob, and another name, Bill Bain, is the name. You probably have heard of him. Bill Bain. Those are three guys that have helped me along the way. That I really, all props to them. And he had a match, and literally, he had this show, actually, my fault, and it was running in Martinsburg, West Virginia, at the Berkeley County Fairgrounds. And Heath Slater was coming in for a double header, like pretty much the double weekend. He on the same day too. We wrestled at 12 o'clock. We had our tag match at 12 o'clock against the Faculty, is their name, which is Trainer and Andrew, my cousin. We ended up having a match against them, and at the time here, Slater and me, like, when we walked out, I was nervous because I was like, wow, I'm really about to team with Heath Slater. Like, I've teamed with legends before, but Heath Slater was like, because like the whole joke was I look like him. So I was like, yo, this is going to be awesome teaming with Heath Slater. We go out, crowd just crazy. Crowd's going nuts. And then everybody's like, yo, like I'm walking by, people are like, they're like, I'm like, I'm his kid. I'm his kid. I'm literally his kid. And people were believing it. Like the fans were believing it. It was so funny it was literally so funny. We got in the ring. We started working the match. Simplest match I could have ever worked in my life. Like probably the simplest match I could have ever worked. And just literally the whole time we were talking to the crowd. I took the heat, worked the heat for him, came in, give him the big hot tag. He came in, did his bit bop, hit him with the finish they did, and then when we went home, like it was, he was like, he basically gave me the ring though. He pretty much like, which kind of felt like I was like, wow, like Heath Slater's like really giving me the ring. He was like, I want you to get your stuff out there. Like he was like, it's not about me as much. Like yeah, it is, but he's like, it's about you. You're the guy, and that's what gets him to come in, get him like, you know, and then bam, I come in for the hot tag, and it's like, oh my god, Heath Slater's in now, let's go, bam, 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 finish, go home. And it was a very good, that was something I cherish to this day still, wrestling with Heath Slater.
We got another one now. I don't know, he's taking over.
H Money is goated. How is meeting Tony Atlas?
Oh god, Tony Atlas, calling people the wrong name.
Tony, wow. Let's see. Him, I wrestled at another for CPW again, Championship Pro Wrestling. Fair Play WrestleFest was what it was. It was called Fair Play WrestleFest, and we had a show. It had Ricky Morton, Shane Douglas, Tony Atlas, I think it's Godfather, if I'm correct. I'm not 100% sure on that one. And there was somebody else there. I can't remember who, but all these legends that were there. And I walk in, and Tony's sitting at his table. I go up, introduce myself to him, say what's up and everything. He introduces himself to me. First question he asked me is, can you fart? Like, can you fart? And I'm just like, huh? Because he said it to my my other buddy at first too, and then he looks at me. Like, as soon as he says it to him, he looks at me and he's like, "Can you fart?" And I'm like, nah, that guy can." and then he goes like, "Let me hear you fart." He's like, "Let me hear you fart. Let me hear it. Like, give me one." It was just I didn't know what to say. Like at this time, I was just like, okay. And he goes, And like I've seen the whole thing with him on like Twitter and all that stuff about him, and it's just like I was just like, this guy's ribbing me right now. He's got to be ribbing me. Like he's messing with me. But no, he was being serious. I was like, what? It was just a funny, like Tony Atlas was a cool guy, like great guy. It was just funny overall. Like that, like we talked about that, and then we ended up talking about him when he got into wrestling. He was like, like you said, back in the like the early, like I think it was like 80s at the time, right? Or, like 80s at the time.
80s, 90s, I guess. Oh no, 80s, yeah.
Or
70s, 80s, I think, yeah.
Okay, yeah. At the time, and he was just pretty much like, it's so simple. Like it was so simple back then. The crowd, anything you seen, it was like, wow, like, oh my God, these like wrestling back then at that time was so different than what it is nowadays. So that's pretty much who he was putting his perspective for us. He was like, take that as in from then and put it into now. He said, you don't need to do a lot. Like that's where all the things came from. Is like, I don't need to do a lot to get over, you know?
Yeah. It's
and
like,
it just, you were saying,
well, that's insane. Like wrestling is like has expanded so many ways that like it went from just being that like the farmers markets or the fairs to like
the carnies,
gyms and then being in like bigger arenas English hard. Like it's so crazy. But in closing, if my fans want to pick up any merch, they want to follow you on social media, how can they find you?
Instagram is Hunter_Price with 2 E's _ again. Facebook is Hunter Price. TikTok, same thing, Hunter Price, everything. I have a pro wrestling tees. I have a couple of shirts. I'm working on some new designs to get up there too. Which this is one. It's not street legal. It's part of the Derby stuff because I'm not street legal in the Derby, you know, the Derby world.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna get this up there. But events too. At events, any event that I'm at, I got merchandise with me all the time. So always then you can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram. I can always ship it out to you too. Get it shipped out. But that's why I get pro wrestling tees because then you buy it from there and they'll handle that business.
I always feel bad not getting it for the wrestler at the show. I don't see that. I don't give the money to them. I don't get a chance to take a picture with them with the shirt.
Yeah, it's like you don't. It's like you don't get that interaction with them. You know, it's so different buying online than having that personal one-on-one interaction. You're gonna create something more.
Oh, here we go. We got it. Before we go, we have one more question.
What are your short-term goals in wrestling, and what about long-term? Short-term goals, short-term. So short-term. Damn, that's a good one. I haven't thought about that. Yeah, short-term. Long-term. I thought about, but short-term I haven't. Really, short-term actually. Getting myself over, trying to get myself out there more. Like. I want to get out to the people more. I'm trying to get my name out there more to people and just help out. Like, I want to help with as much as I can, be that person anywhere, you know? Like, they need me in this role, I got you. You need me to go do something else, I got you. I don't even have to wrestle, you know? I just want to be that person that they can be like, okay, there you go. That's the short term, like right now, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just be that guy like that you can call and be like, okay, here you go. Long term stuff is to be signed. Like that is what everybody says. Long term is to be signed. I would love to be signed to a contract. Yes, who wouldn't be love to be signed? But my main thing is I want to just make money off of wrestling. I want to make money off of wrestling and then give back to the people why I'm doing that. Like, why right now I get back to people that are new in the business while I'm still learning. I try to get back to what I've learned so far that I know to people that are coming in. So long term, it's if I'm not going to get signed, either I will probably, I've thought about it, open up my own school. Like not anytime soon, but like it'd be a little bit down the road, you know, it'd be a long time down the road. Long term too, like just really give back though. Like that's really all I can say is just give back to people. That's a really big thing in wrestling, like is giving back to somebody and helping somebody new come into the business.
Awesome. Before we go, if you could write a letter to a younger you, what would it say and why?
A letter. That's another good one. Wow.
That's my question for 2026, how I end the podcast this year.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a good one to really end on. How would I write a letter to myself?
I like a younger you, like the one that's still playing the video games
Okay.
online. It's not really into it yet, but like trying to coast yourself to get into it.
I would say really like that's actually a really tough one. I would say though, if I was writing a letter to my younger self now, I would be like, where did you fall out? Like, what made you fall out of something that you love so much that you grew up on? Like, because at a time, like, I mean, I don't know what did. Like, I really don't. I don't know if it was burnout or if I was just because I watched it every week. I don't know if it was burnout or if I was getting at that age, you know? So it's like I would be like, what happened? Like why? Find that like that avenue of why. And then I'd be like, pretty much basically like why did you fall out? But then why? Because this happened. But then this sets you up for this. But also like you were saying real quick, I'm gonna swap that. Thinking of my younger self on that, it was like my younger self set me up to where I am now. I had to find myself back then to get to where I am now. So once again, like I said, I have to find myself. Like why did I had to find one. That's pretty much how it is. I can't really answer that question. That's a good one. I'm gonna think about that one. That's a good one. That's the next
Okay.
one.
You can always send me the message afterwards or a few days
Yeah,
later what you
because
would
that
say.
one's like it's very like that's a very good question. Like I would never nobody's ever asked me that. I would have never thought about that myself. Like
It's like my favorite question. I was thinking like, how do I end the show this year? Because I had like certain things I asked every year, like, and then this year I'm like, I have that one. That one's like a perfect one to end the podcast. Like, because there's just so many young wrestlers like yourself that they probably didn't think they'd become a wrestler because you're a gamer and like
yeah.
you weren't into wrestling. You were into it, but then you got out of it. You
Yeah, I
just
was into it and then I got out of it like you were saying. Yeah, like I got into it, got out of it, and then it's like I got back into it again. It's just like I said, where did you fall out? Like it just doesn't
yeah.
like I thought about it when I was a kid. Yeah, I want to be a wrestler. I want to be a wrestler because I watched it since I was 3. Yeah, I want to be a wrestler. But then once I like that 12, 11 age mark, like that 12, maybe 13 age mark, then I would say it just video games kind of. I think it's because I got homeschooled. I really think it's because I got homeschooled. I felt like I found a new like a new avenue of something I liked, you know,
Hmm.
pretty much. But yeah, I love it now. I love what I do, and I thank you for having me on here too. I
Oh,
loved it.
dude. No
My
problem.
first podcast, it was awesome. Yeah,
No problem, man. I want to thank you so much, Hunter, for coming on the podcast. It was really awesome to have you on. I want to wish you nothing but the best of luck on your wrestling journey. I am Joe Panther the Third,
this is
and that
Hunter
is
Price.
Hunter Price, and we
Gotcha.
will catch you in the next one.